All right, welcome for joining us. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. For the ill-fated, session 48.
Yay.
Woo!
The last session
Yay.
of the campaign.
Very excited. This could easily be session 48 and session 0. So what Brendan was sharing with us, that I agree with that statement. So we are in the fight with Grugash here. This is something that has culminated into a massive attack on the dragon's lair, pressed forward from prior to attacking Lady Trillia's fortress. From there, we had a battle of gargantuan-sized creatures between Grugash and Trezgal, which was a mutual thing. But in the wake of their destruction, what has happened throughout Arthuria is devastation. These dragons, even if they don't intend to, they are massive creatures in this world, and they leave wakes upon wakes, and that has terraformed the planet. And so we see that in a small scale with the dungeon itself collapsing down, the certain things changing just in the matter of seconds of their battle as they fight each other. You are kind of caught up with that. Now, something to note in this layer in particular is that there is diverse elevation and also separation of space. There is bubbling of acid and pooling underneath that's giving off kind of this energy, this light, because it is a magical layer. Everything, the reason why this exists is because of the magic of Grugash, and most likely influenced by other entities. That is why this layer can sustain itself deep underneath with pressure and other sorts of things. Now, Grugash has emerged from the actual water itself. They plunged themselves out and could have crawled through the cracks and the crevices of these rings, and the force of that has showed that it's buoyant, that the rings themselves might have some suspension and things, but they're actually floating. Right, so there is a whole aqueous part of this underneath the actual the layer. But do you want to take the fight down into the water against the dragon, which is extremely fast in said water? That remains to be seen. But there is something to also say here is that there are other entrances. Perhaps you notice that there is another island of sorts with a crack within the earth. Someone's pinging it. So there is possibly a way out of the layer beyond the way you came in. Okay, so the layer is alive, writhes around. We have seen one layer action. That's just simply rising more of these myconid, these humanoid type fungi creatures that almost came from the thorns. There could be other layer actions that Grugash can take. We saw raining of acid as well as the rising of acid from the level. This whole space might eventually become just a massive pooling of acid, and you'll be swimming for your lives. That could be a potential here. So there's all this in the book. It's all open right now. So I'm completely unguarded and shielded. We're out here. Now, Grugash has shown that they do not have this purple and pink cackling lightning, this barrier around them, but they do have is a necrotic shroud that has emanated from them, most likely based on where they come from and the magic that is gifted through them from Orsivus. Lady Trillia has already talked about this, that Orsivus extended gifts to them, and that also created probably their illusionary magic, which is natural to hags, to be accelerated, to be mutated, to be more than it is, right? Because a hag just kind of maybe illusions its home, the land around, maybe a few creatures around, but they don't do exactly that to the mind. They just charm, right? They don't create these vivid, massive enchantments and illusions like that. So Grugash has taken these wounds and has been completely unfazed by these wounds. They are not caring too much about some of the wounds you've dealt to them. They have spent 2 of their legendary resistances so far, and they have shown that they're targeting in terms of their legendary actions, specifically attacking individuals that they see as a greater threat in the fight. As we start our fight right now, we had a command that was gifted off to them. The command that was sent to them was successful, and that command was to grovel, target fall prone, and then ends its turn. Because the command is gifted, that will actually take in effect this turn. So the dragon is not immune to that and will be falling prone here, and then will be ending its turn without anything to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the prone condition on, which we're going to just continue to tack on conditions. The Vow of Enmity has been unleashed, and just be aware that some of your tokens might not be visible with how many actual things have been put to them. So you might have to find them in the scale and the scope of all of this, but no worries there. I'm going to have it unpaused. And we are going to continue our epic combat music. I have more combat music, but it's all copyrighted. I was looking it up. Couldn't use it in the stream, so unfortunate. And Grugash is going to end their turn, but just know the command ends at the end of this turn. Thanos, you are up next.
Okay. I'm gonna continue what I was doing, and we're gonna start getting rid of some of these little myconids before they actually become a problem. So we're gonna hit the one all the way over there. Maybe.
Picking up where you left off.
Is going to hit. They take 13 points of piercing and necrotic damage, and you see as they're hit it break apart, fall down to the ground dead.
Yeah, we'll start further away.
All right, firing off at another one here that was next to adjacent. One reloading fire again. 14 hits into the shoulder. It keeps on moving, but falls most of its different structures. It's pulled halfway down with the shoulder.
Bonus action, hand crossbow expert.
24 hits. And that does 13 points. Arrow lands into the head with a large thunk. It's thrown back. It's into the blackish kind of obsidian volcanic stone of this ring.
Alright, and then I'm actually going to move back this way, and I'm going to start checking out kind of pillars. There's kind of 4 of them in the corners. But
okay. So what you see there are not necessarily pillars. Those are lower end islands that have wrappings and different things that kind of come down. So they're actually lower than you. They're at the same elevation as the rocks that you entered in on. And they're almost like an island that's kind of floating out there that can be used. And if you actually get upon those rocks and use your going into like the prone condition, you technically would have full cover from the dragon's position. Just so you are aware. So that's how diverse this is going up and down in terms. So if you actually hit the deck kind of thing, you can actually get cover and use that. So giving you that free because you want to take the time to observe them. We now have a Myconid here that looks towards you, Tegan, and they are going to send out a pacifying sport, which is something similar that they have been doing. But simply just holding their hands up and shaking their hands up towards you, prompt you for a check to try to fall prey into this pacification. You succeed on your check, you feel nothing from it, and they end the turn. At the end of your turn, Grugash is going to take a legendary action, and they're going to go in for a tail strike, swinging it through towards Lucar. Lucar, what's your AC? 26?
you're muted.
You're muted. Is it?
There you go.
I just want to confirm
I was confused because haste.
Yeah, I just want to confirm it's 26. So they have disadvantage here. They're not going to hit with the tail strike as swings through. You're able to keep your flight and kind of fly over that. Varys, at the start of your turn, something interesting is going to happen here. You can hear the voice of the hag within your mind as it begins to sprout forth. And there are 2 copies that are grown from that, giving you configuration so you can use them. 1 second here.
What? There's your life insurance policy.
There
sir.
are two copies that begin to sprout. None of the inventory or the features tab can be used with these. Just know your features tab is still filled with the clones. They have no features to use, but the spellbook is fair game. I've limited the spells down. You'll see that in the spellbook is accessible. Both your clones operate at the same time you operate, and they have their own health pools and their own ACs. The laughing of the hag as it laughs and cackles, the sprouting of the illusions. The illusions are targetable things and they can be used.
Alright, well,
That's
this
wild.
clone is gonna take its movement.
They have to stay within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Yeah, so we'll do that. This clone is going to haste Maldor. Yeah, that's what it'll do. He'll haste Maldor.
Okay, Maldor is 90 feet away from you, Kurt.
Oh, haste is 30 feet.
That's correct.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, what can we do then? Well, yeah, he can throw a fireball at it. So that's what he'll do.
Okay.
Uh,
It'll be a little
This
bit
clone-
tricky. Yeah, it'll be a little bit tricky. You got to click them, and it's probably best to actually use their character sheets, not the actual hotbar for this.
Yeah,
It'll be
that's
a little bit
what,
easier. So you can take your time with it if you wish. Just launch away.
so yeah, he'll.
All right, Grugash fails with an 11, takes 31 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And then this clone will also throw a fireball.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so the clones have separate spells, or they have combined to one spell sheet?
Hold on, I gotta unlink them. 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
All right, they're still linked. 1 second. I gotta
Okay.
remove them and put it back on the field. I thought I removed the link, but I must have duplicated when I set them down.
It's all good.
It was the top one you fired the fireball with, right?
Yes.
All right, put the spell back to it. You could use the bottom one now. They should be unlinked, so they should have separate.
Okay. So yeah, the bottom one will also cast a fireball.
Okay.
Bam.
All right, Grugash is going to succeed with a 17. Remember, they don't have the inventory and certain things, so the DC is different. There is going to be also Myconids that are going to be hit by the fireball based on where you're sending it, and those are going to be hit in the blast, even though you don't see them. They're in the vine work and things. So you're hearing shrills and different things telepathically, perhaps, from the others that are kind of shaking based on the onslaught of those.
And then with Varys's action, he's going to cast a Bigby's hand. Which, yeah, it is arranged to be right in range of Grugash.
You'll see in the summons tab, the arcane hand is there. Just go ahead and pull out that arcane hand and place it where you would like, and then just remove the spell slot from your spell book.
Yeah. God, there's a lot now.
Yep. So you should
So
see the
there's an
features tab. All 4 of the features have been configured, and those features will work. They all are configured based on your spell saves and things.
Okay. Hold on. I think I need to refresh because I don't have the token action bar thing.
Okay, that's your call. If you want to refresh.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Okay, here we go. And he's gonna go in for a clenched fist.
Going in for
Clenched fists.
3 of them.
Bop, bop, bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, 4,
Why did
5.
it do it? What is it doing? Uh, Oh, because you can't see the
Flurry of
items
blows.
that are targeted
Oh.
from the template.
The template
Sorry.
the template's still targeting. Didn't refresh. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. I just need the one. So 27 with the advantage is going to hit based on the prone condition here. They're going to take 23 points of force damage as the hand comes around, swing through. So it's prone down, kind of like clutch itself in. Its body's kind of in the acid. And as you come through the fireballs, it's kind of taking the blows on the sides and underneath its kind of head region. The fist just kind of comes up, a little, uppercut directly to the jaw. Just kind of bashes its head backwards.
I kind of have an idea. So I know that I can't move away from them, otherwise they'll go away.
They could travel with you. They move at the same movement as you. You simply can actually grab them all and just kind of move them where you want. They have to stay within
Yeah.
10 feet of you.
Yeah, so I'll kind of... How far is that? That's so far.
Yeah, so remember the vines are difficult to rate. So as soon as you step
Yeah.
on, that will begin to change your...
Yeah. So we'll do this for now, and yeah, I think that'll end my turn.
Okay. right, ending turn. Before we come to you, Erwin, there is another tail strike coming out from Grugash, and that tail strike is in the direction of Lucar again. Lucar, that is going to be 18, which misses you. Erwin, you're up.
All right. You've got difficult terrain, so that's
10.
That's 10. That's 20. Is that 30?
That'll be 30, yep. And then after that point,
Oh.
there's no more difficult terrain.
Okay. Darn. I'll use my bonus action to just do an attack with a spiritual weapon.
22 will hit with the spiritual weapon, deals 11 points of force damage.
All right.
There's also new animations and things, so it looks like the spiritual weapon got something. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was sick.
And then just gonna toll the dead on him.
All right, Toll of the Dead. Grugash is going to succeed. Takes no damage.
And I'll shout out, Maldor, I have your back. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
All right, ending turn. We come again to another legendary action here from Grugash. Grugash is going to take again another tail swipe towards you, Lucar, as you're kind of coming back and forth. 27 is going to hit you. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes swinging back and forth. You're able to kind of try to fly around and dodge, but it's going to be too difficult. And the tail then hits you square to the chest. You take the blow. You're kind of trying to crawl off of it. Prompts you for a concentration check. This is concentration for haste. Should see that in the check card. All right, 25 is going to be a success. We have a Mechanid. This one is going to come for a Fungus Fist swing. Oh, almost actually. Wow! 19 on the roll. No, actually 19 with the modifiers. Almost hits you. Wow, okay. Comes
Almost.
through, swinging around. Even max damage too on the swing through. That was crazy. The Fungus is really going after your ass.
You
Comes
fungus, you fuck.
Swing it through, you kind of brace with your armor, taking it from the shoulder. And that is going to be the end of the turn. Now we come to a legendary, not legendary action, but a lair action from Grugash at the start of your turn here, Tegan. You see as Grugash begins to kind of let out a small roar and a series of motions with its head. And there seems to be a swirling of the acid as a creature begins to emerge out from the top right corner.
Oh god.
Their initiative is now rolled. Tegan, you're up.
I hate it here.
I am going to cast command. And I will say grovel once again.
Okay. Coming for a command to grovel once again. The DC 20 Grugash is going to fail.
Let's go.
They are going to expend a legendary resistance to choose to succeed instead.
There you go, Varus. And I'm gonna take... I'll take 30 feet of movement this away.
That will trigger attack of opportunities from those creatures.
Yep.
Okay. Manually roll all three. You can go ahead and move. All miss.
I think I'm gonna save my Bardics for now. So that'll be it for me.
Yep. Ending turn. We come to the Dragonling
No.
creature. as it begins to pull itself out. Rolled perfectly on the initiative order to kind of follow through. As it does, it is going to take its movement directly to one of your illusions here, and is going to send out a series of attacks. The first is a construct towards it, wrapping it up.
It's going to shield the
Okay.
illusion.
Shielding here, their AC should be going up to a 17. 17 is not successful. It's struck with a 25. They take 39 points of bludgeoning and slashing damage. As you can see, that the actual clone itself is wrapped and vaporized. Creature then has enough movement speed to continue its onslaught moving forward, as it looks towards you now, Varys, with bite.
I will shield.
Prompting your reaction to proper shield, the bite comes through. 19 strikes into your shield, is unable to penetrate through. Shield being successful there in terms of its bite. As it comes rashing through, it pulls its head up, begins to click and speak into Draconic. You notice that your stone in particular has been aglow in this circumstance, has not stopped. But there's some strange connection having a dragonling so close to you. There's a moment. The stone itself feels it's pulling your very fiber of your being to some form of connection with it. It becomes difficult to ascertain what that is. Just know you're feeling quite a lot of power. Ending its turn there, we come to Mukidit, who is going to make a, I think it's 25 feet there. Yep, makes a dash action, running after you, Tegan. All right, Maldor, you're up next.
Yes, I am. All right.
Let me make sure your Great Axe has been configured. It has. Okay, just make sure.
I will bonus action second wind.
Okay.
Almost nothing.
9 to you.
And then as my action, I am going to chug a potion.
Okay.
Do the damn thing.
Still wants you to target. $23 to you.
Something. That was bonus action. Definitely not moving. Surge is spent. Yeah, that's gonna end his turn.
All right, Lucar, you're up next.
I am gonna take a bonus action and drink a potion.
Okay. $25 to you.
Then I am going to use my hasted action to do 25 points of lay on hands.
You cannot use your hasted action to perform that. The lay on hands is not equivalent to a hasted action, but you can do switch. You can say you want to take your bonus, sorry, your hasted action to drink the potion. I will allow that, and then use your lay on hands as your primary action. But a hasted action can only be a certain thing, right? There's like 3 things that it can be, and lay on hands is a feature in terms of its action. Can't do that.
Got it.
Okay, so we just switch them. It's really more for rule clarification for you in case it comes up another time.
But that means I just get 1 attack, right? So.
Well,
Yeah.
So if you're going to use your hasted action, right, to drink so it's a bonus action to drink the potion for yourself. Sorry, and then it'll be your regular action to do lay on hands, and then your hasted action will be to swing. So just 1 attack instead of 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That
My
makes
brain.
sense.
Wow. Whole different dimension. There.
Rules lawyer.
Yeah, math. So I think that gets me full.
I believe so. Yep.
Lay on hands down to 5. And then I'm going to tell the Bane of Berrythune to drink.
Drink the blood. All right, so getting the Vow of Enmity there. You also have definitely stacked conditions in terms of prone. 31 is going to come through here. And that deals a total of 39 points of slashing and psychic damage as you come swinging it through. Oh.
3d6 is on there twice.
It's
Did it
Botan.
actually work finally?
What?
I put an item macro into it and it's never worked. It works.
What?
Does that mean yours, Maldor, will work? It might.
Well, so I went in on
No,
the.
okay, hold on. Okay, I put in something into it so that when it will recognize the dragon type and then will automatically do the dragon damage. Okay, which wasn't working before, and I've tried to work. I mean, and now it's working. So I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
what happened, but I'll make sure that it doesn't roll the extra 3d6.
Because Grugash is a real dragon.
So technically, it's yeah. Technically, it's minus 26. It's only 26 points of damage because it rolled 3d6 twice.
I think that's because I fucked it up.
What'd you do?
Selected that little thing at the bottom that says roll other.
Oh,
On the item.
Damn it! Damn it!
I know.
Damn it!
You-
I
you-
thought
you-
my bag would work.
Well, it looks
Well,
like they
I
both
don't-
worked.
Yeah, they
Because
both work.
twice.
So I just turned the other
Yeah.
one off, and then it should be okay, right? Because I think
Yeah.
that lower roll is the roll other.
Try it again for science.
No, I added
Sure.
3d6. I added 3d6 into the weapon. Never mind. You know what? Everyone, you're just gonna roll for others. I'm gonna click it. I'm removing it from yours. There you go. Maldor, yours is removed. Macro will never work. It's a crying shame. Just
Gone
click the
forever.
other. Just click the other in
He has
terms of the
all of
checker.
his hard work.
No, it's fine. All right, 26 points of slashing psychic damage as you come through. Really coming to the tail segment of the creature. You see it's very flattened, right, amphibious, right, as it comes through. And coming for the fleshier bits as it's kind of swing through, just lacerating as it swings.
Yes. And then I think I want to move a little bit in range to be able to use my Guardian Emblem on Maldor if I need to. Which means right above his back. Which is going to be a bad idea, but whatever.
Okay,
that right?
so yeah, if you're going to go
30?
above,
No.
you have to go higher up to get above his back. You need to be at least 60 feet, I'm going to say, to be above his back. Because the
Okay.
dragon is like massive in terms of its height. So we're just going to adjust
I need to go up
You need to go
40 and
up.
over 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was I? Right here?
Yeah.
So 20 can only get me here. And then up. Okay.
You change it there. Fantastic. Nothing should change with your vision. Everything should be still working at the levels, but just to make it realistic in terms of you actually scaling the back of the dragon as you're flying through with the vine work and the thorns above you, right? You're fitting into this tight gap in the crevice there as you're making way and you're doing this. Now, you let out a roar here, Lupar, and that has put the frightened condition on. This is now showing to you in terms of rulings with your thing. Certain creatures are just impacted by that. They have no save and it lasts for a certain amount of time. Grugash is going to get a saving throw based on being a legendary creature and also their size and CR and stuff. There's some specific things in there. And so after this fight, we'll actually go through and make sure that we have the feature configured onto your actual character sheet so you know what it kind of entails. Your DC here for your frightened condition, I believe, is 17, correct?
That sounds right.
Okay. Grugash is going to succeed. They're no longer frightened. Then they're going to use half their movement speed of the actual walk speed to stand up here. This Vow of Enmity is still upon them. And you kind of scaling with the back and Maldor in front of them. They are going to begin to look for potential targets. And they're turning and rotating in the direction of Tegan, who's made way closer to them.
yeah.
Tegan, they are firing off a point blank. There's two kids that are coming up to my window. No. They're coming through on my lawn. Like, I don't know what they want. Okay, look at the flowers. and they're gonna fire off.
Look
they're
at the
gonna fire off a
flowers.
direct acid breath at you.
Awesome.
Did you drink your potion?
Yep. Definitely. I
You
literally
forgot.
could have drank it in that last turn. I didn't use my bonus action. I just completely forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna hop on D&D Beyond and make a new character. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna prompt you for a save at the right hand side.
Oh!
We get a natural 20 on a success.
You're unconscious.
You're
Probably.
unconscious.
It's gonna help.
Okay. Resisting the damage with the natural 20, you are going to take 55 points of acid damage from the blast, and the Myconid takes the entire amount of damage there, which is 110. They're vaporized.
Wow. Okay then.
Creature then here is going to potentially move up, so it's going to be moving some of its movement speed. It doesn't have a whole lot of walk speed, this dragon, as it begins to trudge itself kind of forward and begins to encompass more potential targets in reach of itself. It turns and looks from left to right. If you care about your friends, you will bend the knee and surrender to me. And perhaps I will only eat some of you. As they growl and they move, this necrotic shroud is just misting off of them, and they end their turn. Thanos, you're up next.
Well, I guess I should kill these Myconids before they get to Tegan. Be really awkward if Tegan got knocked down by a Myconid.
12 hits. That does 14 points of piercing necrotic damage. Lands into the back of the fungi creature.
We're going to bonus action Hail of Thorns at 2nd level.
Same target.
No, I'm actually going to shoot the other one. Or not,
11 is going to be a miss.
of course. Okay. Well, I'll just hold on to that Hail of Thorns then.
Okay.
And, yeah, fuck that poison breath. I'm dropping over here, and I am going to go prone on the rock.
Okay, you can set the prone condition inside of your token yourself. I won't do that for you. So you're able to use half your movement speed here to just hit the deck, getting total cover and eclipsing the dragon in terms of actual view sight. So remember, the breath itself is a line, it's not a cone, right? So that acid, as it's fired off towards you, it's literally just going to go over your head like a machine gun firing off in your trench.
Yeah, that's not terrifying at all.
Not terrifying at all. All right, this one is making a dash up towards you, Tegan. Ends its turn. At the end of its turn, Tail Strike is going to come through. Legendary action, that is in the direction of you, Tegan. 30 is going to hit you, Tegan. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes lacerating through, clipping your shoulder. Varys, you're up next.
I'm gonna take the stone and look to the dragon thing near me and command it to attack Grugash.
Okay. You're going to use your action to do so. Make an intelligence saving throw. All right, 27, bracing your mind and your barrier, holding at your stone as an action. You see the eyes beginning to entrance with the coloration of black of the stone itself, and seems to be under some sort of charmed-like condition. Remains to be seen if they will heed to attack the others. It turns its head, but is not attacking you at the present moment. As it turns and picks itself up, looking, snapping, almost if it's controlled. It's unclear if this is a domination or just a charm.
Yep. With the fist, with the arcane hand, it'll clench fist attack Grugash.
Okay. Coming in with a clenched fist attack, that's going to be a 14. That's not going to land.
Okay. And then with the copy, it is going to use its action to It's just gonna throw another fireball.
Okay. Eating another fireball.
Let me see. Did I do everything I can do on this turn?
Grugash is going to succeed. They take 16 points instead of 33.
Okay. And then we're gonna try to get to the other island. So I'll move. I think that's 30 feet right there, right?
The 10 and then 20. Gone 20 feet.
So he'll come onto the difficult terrain, go the same distance, and I'll come here.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
Okay. All right. Ending turn. Erwin, you are next.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna. Hold on, let me see how close I can get. So if I get here, I can hit him. 'Cause
That's
the
correct.
box.
You
Okay.
should see the box. You also see a number in the middle of Grugash. It's tiny in comparison, but it helps in performance, and that'll tell you that you're within 5 feet.
All right, cool. So I am going to cast inflict wounds at 4th level.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a 12. That is not going to miss. Now, we also have flanking to think about here. You have party members that are in the range of Grugash and melee range. Technically, at this stage, you are all going to have the flank 3 because of how many players are within 5 feet of them. Thanos and Varus, you can't take opportunity of that, and then the Arcane Hand does not add to that flank. It does not appreciate that as a certain thing. Same thing with the spiritual weapon, right? So just know that even with that flank bonus, you're still not going to hit with the.
Yeah. And then bonus action spiritual weapon.
All right, so a 16 is not going to hit as it comes swinging through.
Let's see. I use 10. I'm just gonna move right here. No.
Okay.
I changed my mind in turn.
All right, ending turn. We now come to this Myconid. This Myconid drawn through. It's going to make a dash here to get to 40 feet as it begins to run directly towards you, Thanos. Walloping its arms back and forth, running at you. At the end of its turn, before we get to you, Tegan, things are going to happen here. There are 2 things that are going to happen. The first is going to be another lair action as the creature begins to pull itself, commanded by Grugash. Another one of the Dragonlings begins to pull through. In addition, there are 3 Myconids that begin to appear from the vinework directly next to you, Thanos, as they begin to add themselves to the turn order.
I'm prone. They can't see me.
Okay. Get these rolls onto the board. The next thing that's going to happen is Grugash is going to take a legendary action. Lagging, hold on. All right, hold on, everybody. Hold. We're gonna see if I come out of this. I think we're okay. If I'm talking, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Goddamn kids.
Just a sudden stutter. They were playing. They were doing some weird game out here on the sidewalk. Then they all looked at me in unison when I stared. Then we locked eye contact. That was just like, kind of thing in my eyes.
What are you looking at, loser?
I was like, "What are you doing?" They're just kids, have fun. But I'm still like, come on.
What are you looking at?
What's going on? Okay. So the dragon is going to be taking a legendary action to do what's referred to as a deep dive. So the dragon is actually going to fold in its wings, spending its legendary action points here to dive in to the acid to begin to pull itself away. This is also included as a disengage. No attack opportunities will be provided, but one of you has Sentinel, I believe, which still
Like
actually
tool.
can be used in terms of this. This is still going to work if you have Sentinels. So you're going to come through and swing. But there are specific rules with this. Even if you have Sentinel, you're not going to negate the movement speed of the dragon. The dragon is still going to continue through its deep dive. But you get the attack of opportunity provided with deep dive. Okay? So
Yeah.
you can come through with your swings. If that's your choice, you can do it now. If you have Sentinel, you can take those attack of opportunities.
He's gonna let him go.
Let them go. Okay? It's just Maldor with Sentinel, right?
I thought Lucar
Yes.
had it too.
No. I don't think Lucar has it.
Free later.
Oh, later. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right. So you see as the dragon is going to do a deep dive, begins to plunge, go underneath the surface. The token should not be visible any longer as they begin to fold their wings up and explode down into the acid water. And as they do, the tail begins to flick with this deep dive. Tegan, it's your turn. You can see the bubbling and the rumbling of the acid as the creature is still submerging itself underneath the lair. Tegan, you should be able to
So-
it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move here. Just like passively, what can I tell about this little opening to my left and the thing above on the cliff?
Okay. What you can tell immediately is that there is some sort of kind of door that is there. It is a vine-covered sort of portcullis-like gate at the backdrop. The vines are blocking the line of sight. The portcullis would allow it. And you look from left to right to see if there's any sort of mechanisms, but you cannot see any. There's no levers as similar to that of Lake Shirley's fortress. Most likely that could be, in terms of view, is on the other side of that gate.
Do I notice any of the same type of flowers like we saw in the previous room?
There are no type of flowers on this door.
And so, like, the portcullis, I can kind of see through it, but it's covered in vines, correct?
That's correct. So the vision limiter is still there. You can't see through the actual.
Okay. Well, Grugash is gone. And I got spells to burn. I'd like to dimension door past the portcullis.
Okay. Just trying to get how much feet.
Just
on this-
10 feet on the other side of it.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to move you here. Don't click it here. I'm going to go 10 feet on the other side. As you appear on 10 feet on the side, there's actually another portcullis-like gate on the other side of this. And you see two levers, one to your left and one to your right. The tunnel itself continues into the darkness and off this particular map.
That's not scary. Okay. I'll go ahead and bonus action drink a potion of greater healing.
Okay, make sure to target yourself, and then you should be able to click the potion. It should assign it. $22. I'll put it to you.
Can I use an object interaction to pull one of the levers?
It's a free action to pull one of the levers. Yes.
All right, let's go to flip a coin.
Well, you're flipping a coin. See which lever you're gonna pull.
Who wants to call it?
Tails.
It's heads. I'm going to the right.
Okay. you
Pulling
go
the
to
right lever.
Okay, you pull the right lever. So you pull the right lever. You see both of the portcullis gates open.
You chose wisely.
All right. Escape
Actually, wonder
route
what the other one
acquired.
is.
I will go ahead and move to the back of the chamber and just wait to pull the next one on my next turn, I guess.
Okay. All right, ending turn, we now come to this one, which is Charmed. This one is going to move 10 feet, diving down into the acid. I'm going to make sure that the actual elevation of the token I believe it's 15 feet. Yep. It's going to dive down, and it is going to disappear into the acid. All right. Let's make it hit. Jumps off. Looks towards you, Thanos. Proned out. Lets out some pathfinding spell. Natural 20. There's no effect against it.
Yes, sir.
Ending turn. This one is doing something similar, but is still on top. Fine. Prompts you for another save.
You ain't getting paralyzed today.
No way. Maldor, you're up next.
I feel a little called out because that sound effect that plays sounds like me starting to laugh, and I'm a little self-conscious.
The gasping. I think it's a great sound effect. It's fantastic.
No, it's great. It's just making me a little self-conscious.
I've been playing with Baldur's Gate and running through that a little in the alpha now, and I just love the sound effects. The sound effects in the game are just killer, and I'm like, man, if we could get that in this game, right, it'd be insane. But it's all copyrighted. There's no way, but it'd be so crazy to have.
They have a copywritten wheeze.
They do. They actually have. There's one of them when the gas cloud comes out. This was a sneaking cloud and the higher level in terms of that. And when you get impacted by that, there's like a coughing thing. It's pretty cool.
They talked about releasing a dungeon mod at some point.
Yeah, they did, which I'm excited for.
Bonus action, I'm gonna drink another potion.
Okay.
Target myself first.
All right, you can manually put 23 to you. I think you were targeting anything there, just not a problem.
$95, not 945. It's a really good potion.
That was so
Maldor-
fucking vicious.
Maldor would like to go Super Saiyan.
Potion with some of with Bruga's tears.
All right, so then
It's because you're laying down and resting, buddy.
Yeah, I'm taking a break.
he's taking a break. I think I can jump this with the boots.
You do, yeah. You can jump over that. That's no
Because
problem.
that's exactly 30 feet.
You hear
plus
a
the
small
elevation.
boing sound. Boing.
Very convenient.
Dude's in
Um,
Who
Mario
would have
right
thought
now.
the boots of spring would come in handy?
They were
to
like,
fight
they
this?
were not good, and then I got the belt, and now they're good.
Yeah, imagine that, huh?
Wild.
Maybe it's,
Yeah.
maybe it's an intentional placement of a magical item for future use. Who knows?
All right, and he's gonna just attack this guy.
Okay. Coming up for 17, that is going to hit. You deal 22 points of slashing and raining damage. That is going to curb directly through the Myconid. It is dead. Thanos, you can apply the exhaustion yourself. You should be able to see that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what
I
you
just
did,
wanted to make sure that it was the right one.
and that'll end his turn.
Turn. I think you were exhaustion level 2 because of the rest you
3.
did. No, you were on 3 and then you did a long rest, so it's 2v2. Right?
I don't remember.
Flip a coin.
We'll say it's 2. We'll say
No.
it's 2 because I definitely think you long rested and then you didn't use
We
it
definitely
after
long
that.
rested.
So you were at 3 and then you would go to 2 after the long rest. Luke, are you up next?
Okay, I am going to bonus action drink my acid resist,
Okay. Chugging,
and
chugging.
then I'm going to
No space. You're joking.
what? Yeah,
We got
I
one,
know.
we got one square left to work with.
One square left. What am I gonna put on it? What am I gonna
Yeah.
put on? Everything else I have is Or wait, I'll take the stone giant strength
There you
next
go.
time, and then we'll be full.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 25 feet this way. I'm going
Okay.
to.
So the creature is 15 feet tall. Okay.
Okay. So that. My brain melted. Math.
Gone forever.
God forever. You've gone.
on.
You've gone 20.
So I was.
You've gone
here?
25 feet. You've gone 25 feet. You have 60 feet of movement to work with unless you dash. So you have 35 feet left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to dash anyways, and then I'll just go 15 feet.
Okay.
So I'll use my hasted action for a dash, and then I'll attack.
Okay, sounds good. $32 will hit. That's going to do 23 points of damage as you come swinging through. That central part of the jaw could put through. It's still kind of the process, but most of its body out. And so it's kind of snarling and looking towards you, angered. Go across with another attack here with your attack action. 32 is going to be successful as well. Rolling extremely well. Wish that was for the dragon. That deals 20
Right.
points of damage as you come swinging through again towards its head.
Okay. And then on my turn.
All right, ending turn. Thanos, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna take half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then finish. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step this way and take the attack of opportunity from the one up top.
Okay. I'll roll that manually. Okay, wait a minute. Natural 20. Oh my god.
That would be my luck.
It's the marshes, man. You just it's a curse.
Fucking. How much did he hit me for?
47.
304.
Be my luck.
Like
This is the
lump
one that
mushroom.
pumps iron all day.
Yeah.
Or infection.
Hits you for 17 total points of amount of damage. That
Bloody.
is bludgeoning and poison damage. That is a failure with a 4. You lose your volley.
These guys suck.
See, it looks towards you from the fungus hand. See it turn around towards you after it smacked you in the back of the head.
Well,
Like
we're
a
gonna
drunk
re-
dude walking down the street. It's fucking.
So
Man, that's the worst luck, man. Get the worst luck in this fight, I swear. Oh,
I'm gonna recast it.
Holy shit!
that's some big
Fucking-
deeps. Who was
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah, now I need to roll the attack.
All right, 16 will hit.
Jesus, Thanos.
That does 18 points of damage. Then the 16 from the volley. The creature is going to die from the volley, and that's going to splinter to the next one. It's just everything within 5 feet, correct?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and manually roll that save and other modifiers. That one's going to fail as well. They take 16 points. They're still alive.
I'm gonna put the crossbow right up to this one's head, and I'm pulling the trigger.
Looks
And
towards
I'm
you. Right into the head.
Daddy,
Slams
why?
back right into the thorns. You hear a small whisper in the voice. Daddy, why? No, they don't speak like that, unfortunately. I wish.
But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement. Oh no, I only have.
You're on 5 feet, and then you also got it from prone, so you have 10 feet left.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back further on the rock. And I will end my turn here.
All right, ending turn. We now come to this dragonling. The dragonling is going to shift its body to get further out. As it does, it begins to look towards you, Lucar, here. It's going to go for an acid breath as it unleashes itself toward you.
That sounded pretty badass.
Pretty gross.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Just sharded acid.
Nasty as hell.
All right, so you have advantage on the throw. It looks like it gave it to you there. It is going to deal half that, and then you also have resistance. You only take 7 points of acid damage, so it prompts you for concentration.
Come at me, lizard.
The concentration check should be in the chat card. For your haste. Never know, you could get it at one. Alright. Yeah, you'll be fine. We got all those big deeps, aura protection, everything's stacked. That's gonna be the end of the creature's turn. Creature spends its action to breathe at you, getting itself picked up, and kind of this is now on its like back legs, right? As it's lurching up towards you to reach its your actual height in terms of its head. Varys, you're up next.
Varys is gonna scan the lair and see if there's anything I can use against this dragon to give us a bigger advantage.
Make an investigation check. $15. This is only the surface of the lair. The lair goes far deeper than this. This is the place that they would meet with their generals, if you will. This entire place is meant as a trap.
Okay. Big V's hand will move over
So get to swimming.
to attack this guy right here with the clenched fist.
19 is going to hit as you come through, dealing 23 points of force damage, smacking it to the side.
Was the investigation check a action?
I'll have that be a free thing if you wish. It's fine. It's not
Okay.
hard to do. Your passive would pick that up. You didn't have to roll for it, technically.
Okay. Then I will firebolt it with my action.
Okay. I think you're definitely in range for that. 30 will hit. That
Tough.
shows 5 points of fire damage.
Fine.
You
I'll
see
move.
it as it fires off. It just gets smaller and smaller as it finally hits it.
Yeah, it's too far away,
Damn.
really. Yeah. So that's 20 feet, right?
That's correct. And from here, there's no more difficult terrain.
That's 20 feet. So that's 30.
30.
And this is 25. Okay.
Correct.
And then the clone will use his action to I don't know. He'll firebolt it too.
26 is going to hit. Deals 11 points of fire damage. You hear the cackle of the voice inside of your head. Did it better than you.
Yeah. I think that ends it for Varys for now.
Okay. Ending turn. Erwin, you're up next.
Alright. I'll move this 20 feet. Bonus action. And then I'll go here. And then I'll dash to move 30. That's it.
Okay. All right. Now come to this Myconid, who is making a dash. Gets to here. Ends the turn. This one here is going to use the vine and then jump off of said vine and then use the rest of the movement speed to get to attack range. It's going to come in for a meaty fist. Or is a miss. Ending turn, taking your next.
Alrighty. First, as an object interaction, I'd like to pull the other lever.
Okay, so you are going to pull the other lever?
Yep.
Okay. Pull the other lever and you see that they both shut down. There seems to be some workings inside of the gears.
Okay. I'd like to pull the original lever, using whatever action economy I require to do so.
Well, the additional lever here, movement of gears and things, but the portcullis gates do not open. I can just give this to you passively. I'm not trying to give you shit, Brendan. One's a lock and the other one opens. It's as simple as that. The
So
one lock-
Okay.
One's a lock, and the other one opens. You locked it, and then you try to open it
Okay.
because it's locked.
So there was no. Okay. If that's the case,
I'm
I'd
not
like
trying to give you more than you have to chew on right now. It's very simple.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
There's nothing I pick up passively in terms of like hidden things in the wall or anything.
No. The tunnel
just
itself.
seems like a little-
This is the end of where it has very kind of rocky, right? So this is kind of a bridge, if you will. And then past this is a living tunnel, the vine and the inner workings. It's kind of working and writhing itself into the darkness. Just another path to get into.
Oh, so there's a tunnel.
This
here.
is that's why I said to you, I described it. I said this is where the map ends. That's all I said. It's where the map ends. It continues. The tunnel itself grows off in this living, breathing tunnel and things.
Oh.
Itself and pulling. Sorry if that was miscommunication there. But
No, it definitely
I was
wasn't your
just-
fault.
Yeah, I was just stating that you shouldn't see anything because the map ends, but it still continues. The
I
same
gotcha.
passion as the other path did, that living, breathing tunnel, and how it's kind of pulled itself into this place, right?
Right. If that's the case, I will rework my way to open this back up. And then I guess you can tell me what I have left for economy.
I'm
It's
going to
up
say
to
you have movement left. That's it. I'll get them open for
Okay.
you, though.
I'm gonna walk over here and just be like, "Hey, I found a thing. I don't know if it's useful, but it's a tunnel." Okay, where'd Grugash go? And I'll end my turn.
You are way too calm for someone that almost died.
Tegan being
Still in
calm?
shock.
Yeah, I don't believe this
No.
is you. It's a fake.
No.
Maldo, you're up next.
All right. So Tegan found a thing. Blue Cross probably got the baby dragon. Do I have some sense that the dragon like left this area? Or that, you know, versus just hiding beneath the surface?
You can roll a perception check.
Do you?
9. The surface itself has distortions and movement and thrashing. It would suggest that the dragon is still here. It can emerge at any moment, but it's unclear where.
So you mentioned my thought process as a player is go further down and fight him somewhere else. I'm trying to figure if that makes sense to Maldor, if he would even think of that.
Yeah, the concern here is there's two things that this is OOC. There's two things, right? There's the first thing is that the generals come here to meet, which means that any path out of here is most likely going to have enemies. Maldor knows this. He most likely has armies and other things, right? Talk about undead and things. In a condition as you all are, that's just taking on another fight. This is not necessary. I want to draw more attention into the fight you already are. You're in the midst of it right now. If you need to escape, though, that's an option, right? Maybe take your chances and your luck with something else and see if you can go on the run. The second thing is how this has been constructed and how there's a whole aqueous part of this underneath. This is very much intentional to be in the favor of the dragon. This is their battlefield. They are an amphibious creature. They spend most, if not all of their time underneath the water. Okay?
Yeah.
So, if you continue with your checks to try to investigate anything further, the only thing I can offer to you is, does the dragon have enough power to be able to turn the entire Creppled Lake into acid? Thought.
No, that makes sense. Perhaps hold that in reserve for an escape plan. bonus action, I'll just summon the echo. Just going to sling a chill touch at the baby dragon.
Okay. Natural 20. Like,
Oh,
you
sure.
you've absolutely touched that thing. Takes 25 points. I don't consent.
Aldor touched a baby.
That'll end this turn.
Sure. So what I was trying to help you out there with Adam is really just more about what your character would think. Being a battle-hardened
Yeah.
soldier and stuff, fighting a war on multiple fronts, is not a war that you wish to fight.
Yeah.
So something
That's
that-
kind of what I was torn on, because it's like there's what I think, but I know more than he does, and he's got
exactly. Yeah.
his priorities.
All right, Lucar.
Okay. So. Bonus action, potion of stone giant strength.
All the icons.
Spike.
The icons are filled.
You can't see
It's
your
actually
token
filled it.
anymore. Wait,
It's
so
Actually filled it.
it's putting little ones now. It's a stack over the other ones with
It
little
is stacking.
boxes. Oh my god.
All
This
of the
is
buffs.
great. It's
Your
good.
Just
token's
vote.
actually gone.
You can't see.
It's funny. Imagine if I actually had a holy weapon. Okay, so then I am going to attack.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
natural one.
No, you're not.
Oh, man. That is unfortunate. You come through with your swing. You see this creature pulls back and fluttering of her wings after you chug the potion. You throw down the glass vial.
Hit him again.
A double nat one. As you come swing through, it speaks draconic to you. Try again. And then you come through again and it pulls its head backwards. Pathetic. It continues to hiss at you and slither itself back left and right, dodging out of your attacks.
Break
What
the
the
RNG
fuck?
when you cover yourself.
Can we
in
just take a
icons.
moment to look that a nat 1 was an 18 for him thanks to Bless?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. If it was,
Nutty.
yeah, exactly. If you didn't roll a one, you would have probably hit. Hey,
Yes!
Stop giving it!
Yes!
Stop giving it! Stop taking it! I love it.
That is
That's
fair.
so you get the double one, so you get the haste action here. You're gonna come through with your.
What are these?
Last
What
attack
are
you
these
possibly make.
rolls?
All right, you're gonna come through with the damage dealt. The secondary damage also is going to be critted, so I'll make the 18 plus 7 plus 26. It's 51 total points of damage. Creature's still alive, so you come through the critical. It pulls its head back, getting a little cocky in attitude here with a slice, kind of its top head crest, splintering some of its clavicle to the skull. You can offer the smite, that's additional 23 points, and begins to sear the wound inside of its brain, begins to crash from left to right, lumping down onto the stone tiling of the ring. Instead,
I'm gonna spit on it.
Free action.
Yep, and then I'm going
Reactions.
to kind of move over into these rocks here somewhere. I don't know. So I'm 15 feet in the air.
so those
just
are,
try and-
those would be at 0 feet completely, right? So they don't have any sort of elevation at all based on the water level. That's how I'm interpreting in terms of where you need to be in flight. So
Okay.
if you're gonna be in them, essentially you're just gonna lower yourselves down to 0 feet.
Yeah, so like the purpose is just kind of get cover and catch my breath. So I assume I can
Okay.
do that like right here.
Yeah.
Go down to 0. Okay. Yeah, and then I will end my turn.
As the dragon emerges, exploding out of the acid, its attention is not necessarily towards you, Thanos. Its attention is in the direction of Varus. As it looks towards you, its mouth gapes open. You dare use my essence and my spawn against myself. You will suffer a fate worse than death. As it grumbles itself, it lets off a series of attacks after moving some of its movement speed outside of Thanos' threat range. Fortunately for you, you have a ranged attack. You're not making melee because you have the crossbow outwards. Series of attacks come through. First attack is
I'll
a...
shield.
Okay. Are you shielding both of you?
No.
It's attacking the
Well-
clone first.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll shield the
Or the
clone.
illusion, I
But
should
yeah,
say. That's
yeah,
up to you.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying. Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
All right, so the first attack is a bite that is going to come in the direction of the illusion. 18 hits the illusion, vaporizes it, dealing 24 points of piercing and acid damage as it takes the blow. Then the 2 claw strikes are going to come swinging through towards you. 21 bashes into your shield like a bubble. Second one comes down with a 19, toppling down to the bubble, crushing you into the earth. You take no damage, able to negate the attacks. Ending its turn, Thanos, you're up next.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of these myconids, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So I'm gonna shoot the one closest to me, or not.
All right, a 10 is not going to land. You fire point blank. It grabs its fist and kind of slaps the crossbow
It's
away.
fucking
Looks towards
wild.
you.
Have I rolled above like an 8?
No.
No,
Yeah,
you've
you
rolled
You rolled on
super
those
low.
saves.
Nope.
You rolled a
Mhm,
ton
14
of like,
hits.
20 and an 8.
Oh yeah, your saves you rolled
Oh
high.
yeah, the saves.
19 points piercing crack damage. Now kind of pull it back, coming over the top of the head. Bam! Right into the top of the head. She takes the blow, but still alive.
Damn. Yeah, I guess we'll bonus action crossbow expert it.
All right, come across with the bonus action crossbow expert. That is a 25. Then kind of takes it back, staggered. Bam! Right into the center point of the chest. It begins to tumble backwards, falling into the acid vaporizer.
All right. Well, fuck. I don't want to get hit by the tail. Well, we're just gonna hop right over here and try to dodge his tail if he realizes I'm here.
All right, so at the end of your turn, Thanos, Rugash is going to take a legendary action to swing its tail at you, Varus. It comes through. Are you shielding this one? You have reaction take place.
Oh, it's on my. Yeah.
It's on your. It's gonna be. Actually, technically, hold on. Don't click it. This would happen before your turn starts, so your shield actually would still be up.
Okay.
Okay. So with the shield, you have 24 AC, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So a 33 is going to hit you. Take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes crashing down towards you. Prompts you for a concentration of the hand. And that is going to be a 20, which is going to be a success. It is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action, Misty Step.
Okay. The ring should pop up and it should work.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
Nope, it's not working. Go ahead and just move your token.
No, it is.
It works. Ow! Yeah, no duplicates.
Yep. And then I'm going to use my action to dash. So I'll get onto the here.
Okay.
And
All right,
then
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw after your Misty Seconds.
Okay.
$14. So you actually step upon a massive vines and things with gaps, right? In terms of how that all interworks. That's why the image here is of that in the center point of the ring, because you actually can fall through into it. The vines here are more alive than ever. And you can see that they're actually lashing out to restrain 14. You're able to pull yourself away and continue your movement.
Okay. And once I get here, so I'm at 25, so this would be 35, 45, 55. And that would be it, right? As far as movement goes.
I think that's correct. Yep.
And that would be it for me.
Okay. End your turn. Erwin, you're up next.
I kind of turned to Varys and I'm like, we gotta get out of here.
I'm agreeing with you.
And I will cure wounds at first level. Awesome.
All right, 9
Rolled
points
a
of healing.
1. I'll move this as a bonus action as far as it can go towards them. And then 10, 20, 30. That's it.
All right. We now have this Myconid who has made its dash. It's going to do another dash to get all the way to here, jumping over towards you, Thanos. You can see with the Myconid running, Rugash begins to turn itself and its attention towards you. Oh, there is one over here. Smells the air
What's up, brother?
as it does, ending the Myconid's turn, and another legendary action taken. Tail comes to swing through. 27 hits into you, Thanos. Thanos, you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked unconscious. As it comes crashing down onto the rocks, splintering, takes you into the acid for a brief moment, and then plunges out like an iceberg. The tail pulls itself back and looks towards you, snickering and snarling with its snout, and turns and looks to the rest of you. If you care about your friend, you will surrender to me. Deegan, you're up next.
Well, shit. Do I have any inkling of that, of what just happened?
I don't know if you have visual representation of Thanos being on that island based on you interworking with the portcullis gates and them moving over in between. I'll leave it up for you to decide on what you can observe. Obviously, the dragon has said something that is along the lines of bad things, and you have to interpret that. They just went for a tail strike on the island, so clearly they were targeting somebody. What? I love it.
Sorry, I'm reading things. Am I elevated at this point? Like, would it be a drop to get down?
No, there's no elevation to get down from where you're at right now. It's simply a crack within the rock itself that has formed into this space.
Okay. I'm gonna go to here. Is there any extra movement to get across here? Or is that just
No
a-
extra movement.
Okay.
Jumping over.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna try to throw out a hypnotic pattern.
What?
Yeah, as of right now, that's all I can really think of doing.
All right, so Grugash and some of the Myconids inside the vines underneath are going to fall prey to this hypnotic pattern.
Yes.
They are going to be in an incapacitated and charmed-like state.
Oh my god, that's so clutch. Okay. A bonus action. I'm gonna drink my potion of acid resistance.
Okay.
Where the hell is it?
Why would you do that now?
It should be in your inventory. Let's see. You do not have a potion of acid resistance in your inventory, sir.
That's very odd.
Didn't we all have one?
Did you
I thi-
drink it but
Did I
didn't have
drink
yourself
it?
targeted at
I
the
think
start of it?
you. I don't remember, but remember when we did stupid shit in that column and like smashed the glasses against it? Did you do that to your your acid resistance potion? Did you smash it on that column?
What column?
No.
No, I think he used it at the start of the fight, but didn't have himself targeted. Because I do
Yeah,
remember somebody.
I'm gonna say that is accurate because I'm looking through the notes. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna retcon that damage. 'Cause-
It's simple, not hard to do. Just
Okay.
give me a second. I like how DVB gives it a green one. Okay, it was retconned. Good to go.
Ready. That is good.
You still have bonus action available.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I necessarily want to use anything at the moment. Thanos is
fine.
too far away for about anything, and I don't really know he's there, so that'll be it for me.
Now that you're up next.
Okay. He's just gonna look around at everybody. We need to fall back. Head for that tunnel. The measure tool. To dash to get here.
Okay.
Spend my last 2 sorcery points to quicken bonus action cast Vortex Ward.
Okay.
Conscious body of Thanos. And I will drop him right next to Steel back. Take care of him and fall back.
Go ahead and ping where you're going to put him. Okay.
And that is action, bonus action. Oh, the echo's dead because I'm too far away.
Yep.
And that went my turn.
Heading turn, Luke, you're up next.
Okay. I guess I'll just use my dash in action and just pick Thanos up and drag him up here.
Okay. So you're going to try to spend your action to grapple them. And then you're going to be at half movement at that point. So we're going to have to, because you're 70 feet from them, so you have to take a dash to get to them.
Yep.
You can do that for your haste action to do the dash.
Yep.
Okay, so you'll be at 120, and then it was 70 to go through. You have 50 left. You're going to be able to move them 25 feet. Go ahead and move yourself 25 and hold them to be 20. It's going to be it for your action economy. The only thing left would be a bonus action. And a free, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we now come to the dragon. We come to the dragon, the hypnotic pattern being charmed and incapacitated in state. Some of the ceiling itself, in terms of the gaps and the things, it begins to rain acid down in response to the dragon being incapacitated and unable to stupid. As if it is alive, as I have stated before, and is in response to the dragon's condition. The acid rain begins to fall. The dragon has no save to make based on the hypnotic pattern, taking damage. Thanos, we now come to your turn. Thanos, the acid rain begins to fall down upon you. I need you to make a death save, please. Thanos,
Yep, that's
that is a 8. You have failed. You have now taken damage from the acid rain. It's 2 death saves. Fail. You are dead.
that is unfortunate.
Bears,
Wait, when did he take the
You're next.
third death save?
two
You get 2 death
saves
saves,
from
you
the
take
acid.
damage.
Take damage. Acid is raining down in response to the hypnotic pattern. That Thanos is not under the cover of the tunnel. They're still outside of that cover. It's not a moving speed for Lucar.
Motherfucker.
So they have taken too much damage.
So, I mean, this is a question more than anything. I thought if it was a melee attack, it was 2, but if it was just a regular attack, it's
It is
1.
any source of damage in my rulings. So it has been.
Oh, okay.
Just back in-
That's fair. I was just asking.
Yeah, it's
I'm-
honestly based on rulings back from 3.5. It's very generous to give 3 death saves anyways, and so it becomes a super critical state in this game.
Okay. I'm gonna have the hand pick me up and move me as far as it can go.
Okay.
Over here. And then I'll hop off of the hand and just be waiting for everybody to get in here.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. You take no damage from the acid as it begins to rain. The Draconic scale is bracing against that. Erwin, your turn.
All right, I'll bonus action move that 20 feet. It's not in range.
Yeah, if you hit it, it stops being charmed. Don't do that.
Oh,
You take 2 points of acid damage as it rains through. That is with resistance. Okay.
all right. Then I will 30, and then can I dash up here?
Yeah.
What's the? Is there any rough terrain?
Nope, no rough terrain. It's a flat shot with the rock and the way it ramparts up into the living tunnel.
All right, I'll dash up to here.
All right. Mackinid is going to make a dash. This begins to run forward. Acid falling down upon it. It is not resistant to it. Full damage. Takes 9 points of acid damage. You can see while it's running. It's crumbled by that acid. Begins to fall apart. Tegan, it's your
Or
turn.
my-
The thing had a journey, man. Tegan, you take 4 points of acid damage. Sorry, your turn. This
I'm
one
gonna go
resistance.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here, and I'm gonna fucking say to Lucar, get him the fuck inside the tunnel, Jesus Christ, and grab Thanos and just throw him inside.
Gab, do you need you to make a concentration check? You did take damage from the acid as it rained down upon you. 4 points, but still problems.
This would be the unluckiest thing ever. Okay, thank God.
19 is a success. You are going to be helping Lucar grapple as your action and then movement speed. How much do you have left?
I don't know. but I will dash if I can.
Okay. So that's 15 feet there, which would be a total of 30 feet. I think it took you 25 to get there. So you're going to be side by side or adjacent to Varys. That is as much movement as you can drag Thanos. I will say that you didn't need to take an action to grapple. Instead, use that as a dash because the card was already grappling him. And you can just say you're exchanging hands at that point. All good. Anything else on your turn?
He probably wouldn't recognize that Thanos is dead, so he would try to bring him back up.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
As a bonus action, just pop a heal. The healing word takes no effect as you reach out towards them.
And he just, like, the color would come out of his face and just kind of realized what happened. And probably would not have any audible reaction at the moment. He'll end his turn.
Okay. All right, Maldor, you're up next.
So we're going to dash. Let's see. Hold on. Bonus action. Pop out the echo. Here.
Five points of acid damage at the start of your turn.
And that'll end my turn.
Ending turn. Lugar, you're up next.
Okay.
4
So
points of acid damage at the start of your turn.
Overkill.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna like look at Tegan, like calmly roll my eyes. I'm gonna like grab Thanos by the shoulder with one hand and reach into my bag of holding with the other hand, grab a diamond, and I'm gonna start moving. And as I move him, I'm gonna revivify.
Okay.
Oh, and the game is paused. This is not good.
One moment.
We've really got to stop dying in the marshes, guys.
Bright side, you're not exhausted anymore.
Oh! Oh, bitch.
We'll get rid of exhaustion only for the cost of a diamond.
Thanos, I
Cheap.
pulled you to
Cheap, cheap.
scene. There is a reason why the game is paused, because your soul somewhere.
Oh my god.
As you stare and look upon Orsivis and their iron throne that hovers, a cloud of energy pooled of an altar, and the Abral keep that spans far and wide, the sea shallow, remote, black wall of this place in the Shadow Bell. They have no legs. Instead, the cloud is with them, the draped robe, cloth covering over their head, and the 6 eyes, ports, these purplish hue. They stare at you with the scythe laying on the lap as they hover. They look upon you.
What? Oh, Grugia. Yeah. I'm just gonna stare back in typical Thanos fashion just arms crossed.
You have perished, and your soul is mine. I am curious. How did you overcome the illusion?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yes. Orpheus walks forward, legs begin to form the clown. Scythe points down, touches the top of your head as you are paralyzed in place. Unable to move, the scythe touches, your eyes glow in a purplish hue. Orpheus begins to eat your thoughts. See the eye and the ports turning, flexing with light. Scythe pulls back. How peculiar. See as Orpheus goes back to the throne and sits down. There is a war brewing. Thanos.
I'm assuming you're referring to Damodar.
Just the power that Damodar command. It is what has been done to my son. The mind has been split. It would seem that the control that you have relinquished still breaks their mind. An ailment not I can cure. You were a good soldier, Thanos. And I have seen the strength of you and your friend. But war on deity, hate and anger, right now, Thanos, your friends seek to bring you back. I can feel the tendril strings that crosses through the cosmos into my domain. Try to pull you back into your mortal body. It only takes a snip. That connection is forever lost. One of you has lost. Two of you has lost. And now we come to the third. Bargain. I will always extend the hand. He is the gauntlet of the hand as it comes out. It's metallic-like in substance, and the way it extends. It's only 3 fingers on the hand, 2 and 1 thumb. Observe this from the scythe, but now it kind of pulls itself out of the cowls and extends in length, pulls itself. And the veinwork of the black metal is purplish veins as they glow in hue.
Are you asking me to serve you again?
I'm asking you to serve me again. Not in the capacity that you were before, something far greater. Exchange
And
for
what-
this service, you will be brought back.
And what does that mean for Grugash? Because my compatriots are not going to simply walk away from fight.
It stares at you. Don't want them to walk away. Fine. I have spent many cycles seeing the power relinquished. This Damodar, my son, has been lost. I have had many children. Rugash is only but one. These they wave the scythe from left to right. Standing up again, you walk 5 feet. See the hand as it cowls and points to the right. A portal of energy begins to form and circulates and points and looks towards you from the hand. This vortex-like warp combination of an orb begins to form from the portal as it pulls it out. Clutches it. Perhaps another magical item. Stares at it.
So if I am understanding you correctly, you want us to put Grugash out of his misery and to win this war against Damodar.
That is correct. You will slay my son, ending their relentless torment. Put to death the one that has done it. Are we agreed?
Sounds amicable to me.
Then by this oath, you are now my patron.
Thanos will take a knee and bow the head, as he used to.
See as the orb clutched in the hand, as it looks towards it. The spires of their veins begin to unfurl, coating the orb, cresting it through. Then the orb begins to crack, shatter, splinter, and falls apart into dust and clouds. Azorsa stares at it for a brief moment, and looks back towards you. My son no longer has their power. There is no masters. There is no bar. If you
Then die
flee,
he shall.
you flee this fight, Rugash will never end. They will never stop. I will hold the portal closed, so they will not return. But if you run now, they will attack everything you hold dear. They will lay waste. They cannot get to you. They will kill what you love. Grugash has and always will be. Broken mind or not. As they turn back to the throne to sit down upon it, and they stare back at you after the legs envelop, form. There is another bargain I wish to make.
And what bargain is that?
Give me 1 second, I'm lagging out. 1 second!
Oh.
I need the bargain to give me better internet.
Orcivis is on Wi-Fi in Shadowville.
Yeah. Gotta get the
Starlink's
dial up.
having an issue.
You see like a phone come out of the portal. Get the dial up back on. Come
God
on!
damn it!
I'm
So it
doing
must
a
be using-
roleplay here! Monologue, for Christ's sake!
Someone's using the microwave in the break room. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Hold on. Rugash has laid a spawn. Deep in Crupper Lake, underneath their lair, there is a burrow. With the egg lays rest. You are to bring this to Sutork Town. I will reopen the portal. Exchange for this egg, I will gift you a magical weapon. Power the like mine to myself. You do not need to accept this. But we are connected now. We only need to reach and we will speak. Are you ready to return?
Thanos will look up from his knee, give a nod, and then look back at the ground.
Let it be done. Sees the hand motions from left to right, scythe in the offhand of the left. Sees the mirage of illusions begins to plague through of your mind, releasing you for perhaps what lay waste that Lady Shirley had but upon you. At the same time, see a spark of white light come crashing through the clouds of black heavens, clouds of smoke, and plumes of the air as the white radiant light sends down, splintered, begins to pull at your chest, striking like an arrow through or a lightning strike. And you begin to hover for brief moments, you're tethered, being pulled up from that space. Same time as that happens, throughout this entire conversation, no time has changed for what is here in the Revivify. So as we come back to, I'm going to pull you back to C. You can see that you are to 1 hit point. You are no longer unconscious. You are prone. Still on the ground. You see as Lucar is there. The diamond disintegrates. Is consumed with the casting of the spell. You can see this necromantic shroud beginning to be pulled away, falling from Rugash. As it begins to fall away, it hurls and sinks downwards. Dragons charmed and incapacitated, they lurch from the effect, almost feebled, drained, power and life. If we get anything further, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Dude,
Go
how
ahead.
wild.
Need a Bloody Mary, goddammit.
We're going to go and take a 10-minute break. So if you're watching the stream, we'll come back at about 1:10 p.m. PDT. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's been enjoyable for me. Hopefully for the players, I'm sure. And see you when we get back.
Roller
So,
coaster. Bye, chat.
I need an adult.
All right, we're back prematurely here. One of our players is having some medical issues and things. They had to hop off. So we are going to go ahead and call the session based on where we're at in terms of the fight. We don't want to press on without a full party or having at least some consent in case characters die. Never a good point for that. So we're going to go ahead and call it here. Hopefully you enjoyed the session so far, and we will continue on to the next week, Saturdays at 11 a.m. PDT. So thanks so much. And take care. Bye.
Bye,
Bye, everybody. Later.